Hi everyone, welcome to Water Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and neither's this bloke. This is my old mate Hazzey, or Hazzey from Tim. Hazzey is in the AMX 50B, the 4-shot auto-loading French heavy tank, and he is going to have an absolute ripper on Himmelsdorf. You can see, if I zoom in correctly, you can see he's got 2 marks of excellence on this tank, so he certainly knows what he's doing when he's playing the AMX 50B. This is a tank that I'm really looking forward to getting. I've only just purchased the AMX 5120, so it might be a while before I get this monster of a tier 10 auto-loading French heavy tank. Of course, like most of the other French heavy tanks, it's not heavily armoured. You generally don't have problems penetrating the turret or the hull or any part of the AMX 50B. You can see that Hazzey's got strong coffee as a premium consumable, and that's going to greatly help his aim time, his reload time, especially with that long reload for an auto-loader. He's got APCR loaded, 400 average damage, 325 penetration. That's premium. Only 257 penetration with the standard rounds. That's probably the only downside on the gun of this French tier 10 heavy tank. You can see IS3 doesn't bother to waste a shell on that IS3, which is probably pretty smart gameplay because it was pretty well angled, and even though it's only a tier 8 heavy tank, it is pretty heavily armoured. 0 walls to score, and as this game started loading, I saw my old mate Ozpanzer Race and Von the Burglar on the enemy side. They're in a platoon from 1AR in their premiums. Hazzey's not going to hold back here though. That IS3 has moved up. He cops a shot from the RU-251 but doesn't get damaged, and unlucky not to pick up the kill with the final shot in his 4-shot French autoloader. Didn't manage to pick up the kill on the IS3. Now this is from patch 9.19, so it's 1 patch ago, or 2 patches ago. By the time this video gets up, 9.20 will most certainly be up. He's waiting for that gun to reload. It's just about reloaded now, firmly looking at that IS3. Does cop a shot from the tier 8 heavy tank, and you can see Von there. Von shoots him. His gunner gets wounded. He has fixed his gunner before he puts a shot into that RU-251. That's the same RU-251 that shot him not so long ago. 2 walls to score now. He's hitting the F8 key to let his teammates know that he's going to be reloading for a while. Plenty of action up on the hill on Himmelsdorf. This is an unusual map to get a good game in the AMX 50B, and his teammates are just crumbling. 2 for the score. Now they're down by 2 tanks. You can see that RU-251 copped a lot of damage on his way out of the hill. He's down to 81 hit points, and Hazzey looks like his eyes firmly on me old mate Von the Burglar. He's going to shoot Oz. That's me old mate Oz. Gets 2 shots into the Lorraine. Takes the Lorraine down to a 1-shot. And of course there's Von in his Scorpion G. He's a 1-shot as well. Hazzey picks up his 2nd kill. Make that his 3rd kill. Getting rid of the 1AR platoon in 2 consecutive shells before he reloads his gun. You can see he's already on 3,820 hit points of damage as artillery takes a swing. And he misses Hazzey, but he did pick up a stun on that E75, the tier 9 German heavy tank. 5-7 to score now. They're still down by 2 tanks. His gun's nearly loaded. He's looking at the Ferdinand. He bounces the tier 8 German tank destroyer. It's reasonably heavily armoured, the Ferdinand. It's not a tank that I've ever owned. And he's got 3 out of 3. Make that 4 out of 4 shots into the German tank destroyer. Clawing this one back 7-8. Now it's back to 7-9 as he again waits for that French auto-loading 4-shot gun to reload. He's on 5,320 hit points of damage. He's blocked a little bit, and now they're just 1 tank down. And Hazzey knows if he can have his way, if he can get a little bit more damage, he'll be able to even this game up, make it 9 apiece. Looking back towards the grill, he doesn't want that grill to shoot him. He just gets spotted possibly by that grill up on top of the hill. He doesn't have a shot at the grill. The grill's only on 44 hit points. He's probably hoping somebody else can clean up that kill. 8-10 is the score now. Hazzey down by 2 tanks. He's on 4 kills. 5,320 damage. He's not going to try and cap this one out. You can see the RU-251 on very low health, but as well as that, the Type 4 is on low health as well. They could all be 1-shots. Side of the Type 4 doesn't prove to be enough Armour to bounce the AMX 50B shot. There's the French artillery, and he's only got one shell left. So he shoots the RU-251, and is this going to be a ram kill? No, it's not. The baby Batchat picks up the kill on the artillery piece, and now for the first time in a long time, Hazzey and his team are up 12-11. He's on 6 kills, 5,855 hit points of damage. Unlucky not to kill the RU-251 when he tracked him. He's a pretty lightly armoured tank, the French Tier 9 light tank. But he was lucky enough to bounce an APCR round from the E50M. The E50M, the Tier 10, heavily armoured German medium tank. Not often you bounce shots in the AMX, but he's bounced 880 hit points of damage. He gets spotted again. He wants to clean up that grill. Looking for it. Blind fires, but it looks like it hit that building, which wasn't too far away from Hazzey in his AMX 50B. Now, obviously, I can't see how good his crew is, but with the strong coffee, that's certainly going to help his view range. Oh, look at that. That looks like a nice, juicy target. That's his 7th kill. Thank you very much, says Hazzey, from Life Clan, or his 10 clan when he sent me this replay. But they recently changed their name to Life. And now he's going to... He won't be able to kill the mouse, but he can certainly get 2 more shots into the heavily armoured German heavy tank. Reloads, lets his teammates know that he's reloading again. Just 2 enemy tanks left. The mouse, which he was just shooting at, and that E50M, and they're both in amongst these buildings. So he's on 7 kills, 6,500 damage, 880 damage block, plus a bit of assisted. The E50M goes down to the grill, and it's just the mouse left. Hazzey on 802 hit points, so it's going to take the mouse 2 shots to kill him. It just depends where the mouse is aimed. He shoots and tracks the German heavy tank, puts another shot into him, decides it's worth getting shot by the mouse before unloading his clip, bringing his total damage up to 7,779 hit points. He is reloading now, so he's probably thinking, well, surely somebody can kill this bloke. And the mouse not stuffed it around. The mouse knows that on 305 hit points, Hazzey's probably reloading. He's going to pray for a bounce. He does. He bounces the mouse for 490 hit points of block damage. Will he be able to get a shot into him? Yes, he does. He picks up his 8th kill. That's a Radley Walters on Himmelsdorf in the AMX 50B. The beautiful Tier 10 auto-loading French tank with the 4-shot auto-loader. And not only was that an Ace Tanker Mastery badge, it was also his 3rd Mark of Excellence. Now, that, I'll tell you what, there's no tank that I've got which has got 3 marks of excellence, but have a look at that. 3 marks of excellence for Hazzey from Tim Clan, now known as Life in the AMX 50B. Of course, it was an ace tanker as well. What would you expect with a performance like that? The Bruiser medal, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Radley Walters medal for getting those 8 kills, high caliber in the top gun. He had an absolute pearler, 7,837 hit points of damage, 8 kills, 1419 base experience. Only one other player, and that was the Grill, hit more than 3,500. So he did more than double what anyone else did. He did more than triple what most did, and he did 4 times what a lot of them did. Cost him 76,000 credits, even with a premium account in that 7.5 minute game. 29 shots fired, 28 hit, 25 went through. APCR, in fact, the only time he fired standard ammunition was when he'd run out of APCR. But not a bad performance from Hazzey, from Tim, now known as Life Clan, in the AMX 50B, the auto-loading 4-shot French heavy tank. As we move on to this second battle in this double shot of Tier 10 action, this is another game which is an absolute ripper. This is my old mate MatchyHK, community contributor for World Tanks Asia, and he's in the 121, which is the Tier 10 Chinese medium tank. He's platooned with his old mate IE30, and Match is in Ray's clan, and he's been kind enough to send me some Ray's Clan Wars battles as well, which are always very, very entertaining. They play on the Asian server, and they play a little bit later than I do, probably because of the time difference. Now you can see he's got standard rounds, armor piercing rounds loaded, 440 alpha damage for 258 penetration. Premium rounds are 340 penetration, which is heat, which will struggle against spaced armor. He's also got improved combat rations, or Chinese food as I like to call it, for an extra 10%. On all equipments and skills. I think a lot of these good players like running premium food as a premium consumable, whether it's Chinese food or strong coffee. Maybe that's what I should try to do, to maybe try and help my gameplay a little bit. just searching around for a couple of early shots. Puts a shot into the cupola of the T110E5, the Tier 10 American heavy tank, and looking for it again. That shot doesn't go through. We're on swamp, and geez. Oh, unlucky not to penetrate that one. That would have looked like a very juicy target at the back end of the IS-7, I think it was. Maybe it was the IS-4. It's a bit bright in here, having a bit of trouble seeing the screen, but we'll get there. MatchyHK from Ray's Clan in the Chinese Tier 10 medium tank. There's the IS-7, puts a nice shot for 424 hit points, and that's a good thing about the Chinese medium tank. It might not be as fast as the French or even the Russian mediums, but that alpha damage is absolutely magical. One zips the score, one all the score now. MatchyHK on 878 damage, but he's just getting warmed up. He's put two mates with him in the southwest corner of Swamp, and he's looking for some vision on these heavy tanks. There's a mouse, a Jagpan 3100, an IS-4, a Type 5 heavy, and maybe another E5 on the west. MatchyHK moving around to a different position, looking for a different angle on these enemy tanks, and looking to try and turn this around. They are down by 2 tanks. He crashes into a dead tank. Or no, he's going to use it as a bit of cover. 2 enemy tanks go down, 3-4 the score now. Matchy looking at the Jagpanzer. That was a heat round. Puts a shot through the superstructure of the Tier 10 heavily armoured German tank destroyer, looking to fire again. That looks pretty well angled. Didn't go through at that occasion. Doesn't quite land the shot on the mouse. Clearly he's talking with his platoon mate in the E5, so working out who they're going to try and take out next. They're down by 2 tanks, down by 3 tanks now. He gets a little bit of assisted damage into the Type 5 heavy, but there's a lot of tanks here. He can certainly use a hand. Looks like the T57 and the E5 are on the just over here. They're trying to get into the battle. Matchy puts another shot into the Jagpanzer, takes him down to 479 hit points. You'd love to get rid of that Tier 10 tank. It's an all Tier 10 game, this one. MatchyHK from Rays in his 1-2-1, and his old mate IE30 chipping away at that mouse. The mouse down to 87 hit points now. Still got heat loaded. Of course, the mouse is probably one of the most heavily armoured tanks in the game. Wants to pick up the kill on that mouse. Moves forward to try and get that gun depression. The Chinese medium's not known for their gun depressions. Fires. Not sure who he was shooting at there. Looks like he was just trying to land a lucky shot onto the Type 5. IE30 picks up the kill on the mouse, which we saw. And now Matchy turning around, looking at good map awareness. He's noticed that this southern flank is down, and he needs to do something about getting rid of these tanks. Gets a critical hit on the E5. He wants to get rid of him. He's a low health target. The T57 does the job on the 140, and the other 121 picks up the kill on that E5. 7-10 the score now, looking towards that Object 140. Thank you very much. That's his first kill in this game. 8-11's the score. He's probably going to have to pick up some more kills if he's going to turn this one around. 8-12 the score now. So that's 7 versus 3. What's he going to do here? He really needs to... Luckily his platoon mate is still alive in this game, so they can coordinate some kind of attack. If that's probably the best way to do it. The other 121 doing a stellar job too by the looks of it. They're all on 1 kill each. 8-12 is the score. The E5 looks like someone's getting... The E5's getting pushed on. That's his platoon mate, IE30. Getting pushed on by the Centurion Action X. And so Matchy's going to try and come around and help him take care of this British Tier 10 medium tank. None of the other enemy tanks in a position to help this Centurion Action X, so Matchy picks up his second kill, sending the Centurion Action X back to the garage, and now it looks like they're going to be focusing on that Type 5. You can see on the minimap a number of tanks over there annoying this 121, who seems to be doing quite well. He's still on 1500 hit points. He was on 1500 hit points a while ago, and looks like he's still Still on 1500, so he's certainly not losing that fight, and he's chipping away at the health of that IS-4. Matchy looking for a shot on the tier 10 Russian heavy tank, not managing to find it. Looks towards the Batchat. Batchat running away, trying to get into a flanking position on the other 121, and he was calling for help, and Matchy answered and picked up his third kill, getting rid of the auto-loading French medium tank, the Batchat. Fires clutch towards the IS-4 and misses. He does get hit though by the Russian heavy tank. That's alright though. That's Matchy's fourth kill, single-handedly pulling this game back. 12 apiece now. Remember, it was 3 versus 7 a few minutes, or maybe 2 minutes ago. Now it's 3 versus 3. They've evened it up. Just a Type 5 heavy, the Jagdpanzer E100, and the FV215B left on the enemy side. A lot of map pinging going on here. He's still got his platoon mate in hand, which will be very, very handy, so they can obviously work together and chip away at these enemies' health. IE30 on 879 hit points, MatchyHK on 989. So they're both on about, Matchy's on about half health, the E5 on a little bit less than half health. Moving together now, you can see the 121 over on the other side of the map. There's the FV215B on 928 hit points. His first shell gets eaten up by the spaced armour, and I think that's what's happened anyway, and that's what happens with the heat rounds. Sometimes they can just do nothing on spaced armour, which includes tracks. Looks like the Type 5 heavy might be pushing on Matchy's old mate IE30 in the E5, and so he's just moving back to try and make sure that they have the numerical advantage if that Type 5 heavy pushes forward. My memory's not the best, but I think that Type 5 heavy is on pretty low health. He turns around to look back at the FE215B, and there's the Type 5 heavy with the Jagdpanzer there, clearly working together as well. The 121 snipes from back here, picks up the kill on the tank destroyer, and that's now for the first time they're winning. Matchy shoots him, and SJN Killer in the other 121 confirms the kill on that Type 5. Now it's just the FE215B, the British heavy tank, first tier 10 I had, I think, from memory, on 928 hit points. IE30 takes the first shot, and he thought, this is good. This is good coordination. One's going each way. Matchy auto-aims, takes his 5th kill of the game, and in the end, a pretty big carry from Matchy and IE30, as well as that SJN Killer, turning that game around big time on Swamp. Let's have a look at the post-game battle results. It's an Ace Tanker Mastery badge for MatchyHK. It's also the Fighter Medal for getting 4 or 5 kills, 5 for Effect, and Confederate for shooting more enemy tanks than anybody else. An absolute ripper, 5,066 hit points of damage for his 5 kills, 1290 base experience. He fired 26 shots, 23 hit, 15 went through, 5,066 plus 1,117 assisted damage. SJN Killer, that's the other 121, 6,290 damage, and of course IE30 picking up 7,273 hit points. And look at that block damage, nearly 4,500 block damage. Imagine if the enemy team was aiming their shots a bit better, I reckon the result would have been totally different. But a massive carry and a great amount of teamwork from MatchyHK. IE30 and SJN Killer, that's his name, SJN Killer, in the 121. He lost a few credits, nearly 37,000 credits, because there was premium consumable of the Chinese food, and of course a bit of heat spam there, but well worth it for an Ace Tanker Mastery badge in the Chinese Tier 10 medium tank, the 121. That's about it for today's video. Thanks for the replays, lads. Hazzey in his AMX 50B, and my old mate MatchyHK in the 121, the Chinese medium tank at Tier 10. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. See you all next time.